One of the most significant challenges that men face when they're getting to know a woman is striking a delicate balance between expressing their interests and coming across as needy. The desire to pursue a woman is natural for all men, but it's very important that we understand that yes, we want to pursue her, we want to show her we're interested, but also have a balance of I'm not going to be too needy in this situation. The first thing I would suggest you do is just be yourself. I know it's, maybe a cop out to you, but if you don't feel like you can really be your authentic self around this person you like, maybe you should reevaluate the situation. Ask yourself, why can't I be me around her? Maybe there's no chemistry like you think there should be. Obviously, the attraction's there. Obviously, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, but you really can't be you. You can't really just go in there and be yourself. And that's fine because if you think about friendships, if you think about other relationships, what's the one thing that you guys all have in common? You can be yourself, right? You can be your authentic self. You can make a connection and you guys just get along really well. Well, it's the same thing when it comes to a relationship. If you can't just be you and show her that, yeah, I'm just who I am, what you see, and you come across as fake or fidgety or unsure about yourself, she's going to question you and wonder if you should even be pursued by her. So, the first thing I would suggest is if you don't notice there's normal chemistry going on, it's not happening in an organic way, then take a step back and ask yourself, maybe I shouldn't pursue this opportunity. Yes, she's attractive. Yes, she seems like a really cool person. But for me, it doesn't seem like we fit together. We don't have a lot really in common. We can't really start conversations as naturally. And if you're in that predicament, just back off and move on. That's perfectly okay. The next thing I believe men can really struggle with is figuring out how to add value into the relationship. What do you bring to the table? And this can be very difficult, especially if you don't have a purpose or if you're struggling to figure out your identity and you're working on the side and you're in this relationship and you're trying to figure out how do I keep her interested, right? How can I really bring something to the table and make her believe that I'm valuable and I can bring something into your life? Well, maybe you should be an emotional support. Maybe she's going through a tough season or she's in school and she just needs you to encourage her and build her up. That is something you could bring to the table. Maybe, going on a fun date and doing cool things together and experiencing things and, going, you can go on like a date where both of you are in a fitness, class and you're both adding value, right? You're adding value with your expertise on fitness to her. And she's like, yo, this is really cool because he's really helping me on my journey. I used to struggle with this and you're bringing this value into her life. So try to find something you like that you are passionate about that you feel like could really benefit her, right? It's very simple. It doesn't be overcomplicated. You don't have to buy her, a lot of gifts or go on expensive dinners. Don't try to make this so deep. Like find ways to just, add to her. You can be charmful, obviously. You can be fun with her and be yourself. We talked about that earlier. If you can just find ways to just build her up, if you can find ways to support her, and you can find creative ways to really add your personality, add the things you like into a dating environment. Like I just said, you can take fitness classes together. You can take self-defense class. Maybe you're into self-defense or you've wanted to start that and you've got a lot of knowledge. You just haven't really had the opportunity. Now is your opportunity. You can show her, hey, this can help you out. Maybe you have a YouTube channel. You've been building it. You've been growing it. You got like 3, 4, 5,000 subscribers. You could say, hey, this could be something that could help you out. If you're looking to make money, try this. There's little things like that. It doesn't have to be, like I said, super deep. Just try to make her see that you are a valuable man without being needy, right? Obviously, you want to make sure that you don't push too hard. You don't come across as controlling. And if you make that mistake, you're like, yo, I wasn't really trying to come across that way. I was really just trying to help you. And as long as she sees you just trying to get better as a man, you take accountability, you're an alpha male, but you're not like this pushover. She's going to appreciate that from you. The last thing I would suggest is learn to accept no from her. If she needs some time for herself to work on some personal things, hang out with her friends, just be cool with it. Don't trip about if you have a date canceled because she's got to go see her family or she wants to work on this project, but she's been neglecting it because she's been with you. In fact, I would suggest to stay ahead of this because if she's spending all this time with you and you guys are getting to know each other, make a suggestion like, hey, like, whatever happened to that book you were working on? I know when we first talked, you were trying to get this book out, really support her and say, hey, Go work on that. I'll be fine. I still care about you. I still love you. I still love this relationship, but I want to make sure you are focused on your own stuff too. Listen, I got my career going on. I got some ambitions going on as well. I want you to pursue the things you love as well. And when you do this, it puts the pressure off of her to keep pleasing you, right? Because when the attraction's gotten to a point where she's sold on you, she's going to be into you, right? And you don't have to be, needy. But if you get ahead of these things early in a relationship and say, hey, like, handle your business, I'll be here. I'm not going to trip. Like, we're still establishing a connection. You are not going to appear as a needy man. And this is where men can really get tripped up because, you're establishing a connection, you're getting close, and all of a sudden she needs some space. And you're like, did I do something wrong? No, you didn't. She's just asking for some time for herself. And you need that as well. So if she's asking, hey, I need to get away for a weekend with my friends, or, I really can't meet up this weekend. Can we meet up at the end of the month? Don't trip about that. Be like, oh, hey, I get it. I'm going to go handle my stuff. You go handle the things you need to handle, and I'll be right here waiting for you. Not going to trip. We can do that instead. Whatever's easier, let's go ahead and do that instead. And when you take this approach, man, your value in her eyes is going to go way up. The attraction is going to go up. She's going to be thinking about you even more and just ready for that date down the road because you said to her, hey, have your space, have your freedom. I'm confident in myself. The problem we run into is like we get so deep in the relationship that we forget, oh, wait, we both have a life. We're not married yet. That hasn't taken place. And I think a lot of times when men are in this situation, when they're with an attractive woman, they feel like if I don't do enough, then she's just going to walk away. And that's not the case. She's still getting to know you. You're still trying to establish some rapport, some chemistry. So if she's asking for that space and she's saying to you, listen, I still like you. And women, they're emotional creatures. You have to remember that. So just learn to deal with it and don't make a fuss about it. Don't be like, oh, you don't like me no more. Oh, did I do something? No, don't make it more complicated. It shouldn't be complicated. She's just saying, hey, I'm not available right now. And you just tell her, okay, cool. Just reach out. I got some things I got to take care of anyways. I'm glad that you're, working on this. And if you can stay ahead of it, it's just going to make you look good in the end. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you go check out my other video where I talk about the 3 reasons why women leave men they don't respect. Also, please leave your comments. I want to know what you're thinking. Love to know your thoughts and your opinions. Hope you guys are doing well. Make sure you also subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.